Well, welcome young Mage, I'm Papa Mage. Rhino's not here right now because we just got back from Magic Fest Vegas and he got up, had breakfast, and is taking a nap because his body's completely out of whack. The time change and jet lag and all that has just got him completely out of whack. But I'm here to give you kind of an update about the channel, what's coming up real soon. This is normally something that we do for our patrons only, but this made sense for us to do it for everyone. And you will notice that it's kind of echoey in here. We've actually sold the house. It is under contract and we have a closing date in early October. So we are back in the house to get things out, try to figure out what needs to go in the RV with us and what goes into storage, which is going to be very little because we're going to get a really small place to put things. We don't want to have a bunch of stuff that we just keep. It just doesn't make any sense. We'll probably get a shed, put it on my in-laws' property or something like that. So not climate controlled or anything like that. But Magic cards are going to be very important, and Magic is very important to our family. Not necessarily to my wife, but to our family in general. And so that is something that we're going to be figuring out. And we have been downsizing a lot of our Magic, and we have something that I'm going to explain in just a little bit about how Rhino is teaching new players. So you can see we've got a bunch of stuff on the desk back here that is the travel equipment for that we're going to be taking around with us, and we are a family of dead computers. In fact, this computer right here has been dead for months. We just left it here for when we were showing the house to, hey, there's the desk, there's the computer there, this is an office, that sort of thing. Rhino's computer, his laptop, is really the only thing that can run the software that we've set up with Streamlabs OBS and all that, and that died at Magic Fest Vegas as well. It is not a simple thing as, oh, just replace a hard drive. It's something wrong with the motherboard. So it's a 2010, 2011 timeframe laptop, so it needs to get replaced. Now, on that note, I want you to know that a couple of days, actually last week, was Rhino's 4th year anniversary as a Magic YouTuber. And, that's great. And for the first year, we bankrolled everything about the channel. We made sure that he had some product and he talked about it, and he got some donations from various people, cameras and stuff like that. But after his first year, it basically was this thing where we said, look, if you're going to do this, you've got to treat this like a business, like a job, like a real hobby. That is something where you figure out, how am I going to pay for all of this stuff? And so he has found ways. He gets some free stuff from various people, which is great. We love that. And he will do videos about those things and basically give back to them something. A good example is like the skirmish decks that he got from Cool Stuff Inc. Those are great. He loves using those to teach new players, and it is a great product. I know it's similar to other products that other stores are doing, but that's what happened. And so he's got those things. He's gotten cards to use for teaching with from Magic Kids, and you can actually get those yourself if you're going to be teaching kids how to play Magic. They're great. They're awesome. Wizards of the Coast has sent him some products. They send him preview videos or preview cards for doing preview videos, which really helps our channel grow. So we are very appreciative of all of that stuff, and it's kind of sponsored but kind of not sponsored, because nobody's paying him to do this. We have wonderful patrons that continually pay, $5, $10 a month just to keep things going. Now, one thing that I do want to tell you is that all the money that we get through Patreon or Kickstarters or stuff like that goes 100% into the channel. None of it goes to feeding us or housing us or anything like that. At the moment, it's not a lot, so that's pretty easy to do. As things grow, if he starts making enough money where this can be considered a job or something like that, we will be very clear as to where all the money goes and how it's being used and stuff like that. So, right now he makes somewhere around $100 a month-ish. It kind of depends with, little Kickstarters here and there to get not products, but to get equipment and things like that. But, we're at the point now where we've pretty much got all the equipment that we need, except for a laptop. And probably a better printer, because the printer we have is kind of big and it doesn't fit into an RV very well, and it's just a pain in the butt to deal with because the ink's always running out. And it's not running out because it's running out of ink, it's running out because it's a printer or an Epson printer. I don't know. It's just kind of funky. So we need to get a better printer, and more importantly, we need to get a replacement laptop. We've looked at different laptops. We look about $850 would probably do the trick for a reasonable laptop, all the way up to, of course, double that. So those are the things money-wise and all of that that's going on. For the next month, we will be basically hovering around our house here because we've got to finish getting things out and get things all gone and all that. Today, Rhino has to deliver his Eagle project, so that's really cool, and he's got a few more scout-related things that are going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. After that, we are planning on driving down to Magic Fest Atlanta. We'll be taking the RV down. The RV will not be at Magic Fest Atlanta, but it will be nearby. So, it's not like we're going to drive on and go, hey, here's our RV. That's not what we're going to do. But we will be driving the RV down and camping out in that area and going to Magic Fest Atlanta and other things around there. In October, the plan is to kind of go up through Virginia a little bit, and then we're going to be going down through Florida over the winter months. But that is all kind of up in the air because my wife needs to have her shoulder operated on. She has a tear somewhere, and so she's going to be in a sling for 6 weeks. And of course, we know that means that she's going to be out of commission for 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. They never get those estimates correct. So it's a lot of challenges coming up for our family, and we are definitely a family that takes on challenges. We have had a lot of challenges in our life, and we hope that you will follow us to find some of those, what those challenges are and how we overcome them. So, you can follow us on Twitter, and we post things on the MTG Young Mage Instagram, which I was trying to get Rhino to do the Instagram account all by himself, but he needs reminding, and so I will be helping out more with that. Actually, that might be something that I can get his mom to help out with. That's a good idea. We've got some other cool things coming up. We're going to be sending out patron rewards, and that will come out really soon. Of course, part of it has been the hectic life of doing all of what we're doing and all the challenges coming up. So the patron rewards will be going out real soon. We have some merchandise that we're going to be creating so that we can be a little more visible when we're out and about. Speaking of visible while we're out and about, I want to get something to put in the windshield of the RV when we're parked that says something like Magic the Gathering taught here, and have a link to an email address or a text phone number or something like that. So if somebody wants to learn, they can contact us and Rhino can teach them, because he's really good at teaching new players. And I was hoping that we could find something that Wizards of the Coast had that is not sanctioned, not sponsored, but approved, and the approved way of doing this. And so we're going to see what they have available, try to create something. I don't know, but this way we can really start reaching more people. I had talked about getting something put on the side of the RV. My wife said, no, no, we're not doing that. But you know, that's that may or may not change. Something on the back might work pretty good, you know, especially when we're driving down the road. Honk if you play Magic. That'd be kind of cool. So I know this has been a little long and rambling. Rhino is still taking a nap, and he's got so much stuff to do, but I wanted to get this update out, kind of a state of the channel, and some of the things coming up. So let me know and Rhino know what you think of the Young Mage channel, and what do you think we should have more of on the channel. You know, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to do more kind of deck techs, but not a deck tech like everyone else does. It's going to be more of a, how do you think about the deck, and how do you think about playing the deck, and how, you know, a little more than just, hey, these are the cards, this is what this does, and this is why I put it in here, but more of an overreaching, broader view of decks. So, you know, we find that that helps new players a lot better. They can understand, well, I put this creature in here because I need flying, but they don't quite understand why they need flying, or why flying is a good thing, or something like that, or death touch is a good thing, or any of those game mechanics. So we're going to be focusing on thoughts behind decks and how to build decks, so that maybe somebody can watch a single deck tech from Rhino and go, oh, okay, I understand how to build a deck now. I understand why I'm thinking about this sort of thing, and how to find the cards that I need. So we'll do that for things like Oathbreaker and Commander and Standard, and and this is going to be really good in Limited as well, because when somebody's drafting, you know, how do I pull the cards? Why do I think about the cards that I think about? That sort of thing. So let us know what you think of the Young Mage channel, and where do you think we ought to go, because we've changed from a ready, fire, aim attitude, which is great for a lot of new YouTube channels. You know, you got to get in there and you just got to do it. And then you can start finding your footing. Well, we have found our footing, so we are more into an assess, improve, and then execute mode. So we have been assessing a lot of things over the last year. We've found that, you know, certain things work well for us and certain things don't. And so we're going to be focusing on the things that work really well for us, and things that are very focused at what Rhino does best, what I can help out best, and what his sister can do. Because we've got a lot of cool things, and they are growing up. They're growing up in Magic from a very young age, and so you're going to see a lot more things from them that is, you know, different. I don't know that it's going to be different than anybody else, but it's a different combination. So since he is still taking a nap, and I am still rambling on here, I'm going to go ahead and say we have plenty of more videos coming out really soon. And until then, I will be shuffled back into the library.